Welcome back to Good Morning Quad Cities. A good number of events happening this upcoming weekend and some good weather to match too. I'll show you that temperature trend here in just a moment. Traffic wise, all is quiet here. A live view of the Interstate 74 traffic camera network for you. Not seeing any delays here. Watching a couple of snow flurries though, especially if you're joining us from Princeton this morning down towards Hennepin and Bureau County there. Not going to really stick or add any accumulation, but could see a couple of snowflakes drip out of the sky here for the next 30 minutes or so. We've got a weak cold front pushing through, and it's weak in that it's not going to produce any measurable snow, but it's not weak in the amount of cold air that's behind it, because you can see some single-digit temperature readings filtering in from the north this morning. Thank goodness there's not a whole lot of wind, because wind chills are not too terrible either. Most of us are in the low teens for a feels like temperature this morning. Not bad at all. Next 8 hours, a little bit of a dip here still expected in the Quad Cities as we go down to 9 degrees above zero just after sunrise, but we'll kick those temperatures back into the upper teens, I think, for the afternoon. Light winds will continue. Overall, not a bad end to the week. We've certainly had worse, but we will build on some warmth as we head into the weekend, which is nice. Saturday, we're up into the 30s here, and then back to the 20s for Sunday. There is going to be a difference in the 2 days, though, so let's go ahead and track your weekend forecast, because Saturday, while it'll be warmer, there's also going to be more wind with that too. We could have gusts approaching 30-35 miles an hour straight out of the north. And then as we get to Sunday, a little lighter with those wind gusts. I think wind speeds generally about 5 to 10 miles per hour, perhaps a little gustier in the afternoon, but we're still relatively warm. You've got temperatures into the upper 20s with a mix of some clouds and even some sunshine. Next winter system still on track for about Wednesday of next week. I want to show you what's going on with this, because the prospects for accumulating snow still very much on the table. If anything, the system has shifted just a little bit further to the south. So what we know right now is that a winter storm is still likely next week, and there will be some big impacts too. The track will also still shift because we're early on in the game here. What we don't know, of course, are the exact snowfall amounts, the location of the heaviest snow, because if you took a mental screenshot of what I showed you yesterday, this right here was right over the Quad Cities, and now we've shifted that a little bit further south. So we're likely going to see this wobble north and south a little bit more over the next couple of days, but certainly looks like some accumulating snow is still very much in the cards. Now, one of the things that influences the tracks of storms this time of year, how much snowpack is left on the ground. And notice by Monday, we're going to be well above freezing with temperatures into the mid-40s. So we are going to do a considerable amount of melting of our snowpack here. But in general, these storm systems like to kind of track on the edge of where the snow is existing on the ground. So right now, you notice we've got snow as far south as St. Louis. So if we melt most of this, which I think we'll do early next week, that would shift this track a little bit further to the north. So that's why I'm not sold on that southern shift that we're seeing so far this morning. If we can melt more of the snow, that will likely shift that track a little bit further to the north. One thing's for certain though, once we do get some snow back on the ground, we are in line for another little bit of a cold shot of some air heading in towards the end of next week. But I gotta say, if you need to do some stuff outside, like David mentioned earlier, you need to prune some trees, your fruit trees, or take down those Christmas lights, I would schedule that for Monday. Enjoy those temperatures in the mid-40s.